So today I'm going to show you how to improve the battery life of your iPhone without turning off important features on your device. This is going to be a list of features that I've put together to improve the battery life of your device by 20 minutes to, in some cases, even 40 minutes plus on a daily basis. And these are going to be options that you can turn off, and you won't even notice these options are turned off, and you will improve the battery life of your device. So not your typical battery saving tips video. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So the first one seems like a no-brainer. Make sure you're always using dark mode on your device even throughout the day. This will help improve the battery life of your iPhone. But not only that, you want to make sure that if you can also use the dark icons on your device in order to preserve some of the battery life of your iPhone. Now, this is a small change, but could improve the battery life of your iPhone, and you can even take it even further. So for example, if you like customizing your iPhone, you can actually use a dark wallpaper like this one here. I'll share it in the description down below, and use the tinted option on your device to go with even darker customization options on your iPhone to further improve the dark mode of your device and improve the battery life of your iPhone on a daily basis. So this one is a no-brainer, but yeah, using dark mode in a dark theme will improve the battery life. Now make sure you're using the background app refresh feature on your iPhone by jumping into settings, clicking on general, scroll down, right there it is, background app refresh. Now you want to go into the settings here, and you want to select Wi-Fi only. This option will allow your apps to only refresh when you are connected to Wi-Fi. Now you can further manage your apps and background activity individually by apps, as you can see right here, and I recommend you turn off third-party applications with a lot of activity in the background, especially social media apps and Facebook apps like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp. You see here that I have these apps background activity turned off. Now you can identify apps that are running in the background by jumping into the battery section here, and under battery you can go under the activity tab right here and identify those apps. You see here that I have WhatsApp running in the background, I have Instagram, I also have the Notes app. So once you identify the apps, make sure you turn off the background activity, and you will still get the notifications for the apps. You're only stopping the background activity. Next, I want to talk about product improvements, and product improvements is found right here under privacy and security. If we go under location services, if we scroll down, you find the option system services right here. Once you tap into this, scroll all the way down, and right there it is, product improvements. Now I turn this off because this is basically helping Apple improve things like map, traffic, weather, and that sort of information. But if you don't want to be a part of that or participate within that, you can turn all this off, and this will improve the battery life of your iPhone, and you won't even really notice that these features are turned off. Now something else I always recommend everyone to turn off is significant location. This feature here is constantly tracking where you're going to deliver relevant add-in information throughout iOS. Now if you don't want your iPhone to constantly track you, and you want to preserve the battery life of your iPhone, then make sure you turn all these options off on your device. Next, let's talk about emails and push notifications, as well as fetch notifications for your inbox. So you want to head on over into the app section on your iPhone. You want to make sure you find the mail application. So let's find the emails application right here on this list. Right there it is. And then you want to head on over into mail accounts and fetch new data. Now, once you go in here, I recommend you turn off push notifications. And down here where it says automatic, I would recommend you set this to manual. As you see there, Apple themselves recommends that you fetch less data. This will improve the battery life of your device. So if you set it to manual, now you would have to go into the emails application, manually refresh your emails in order to get those emails to populate in your inbox. That way you can save battery life by preventing push and fetch more often. And now keep in mind that if you use your email for business or work or important emails, then you want to prevent doing this. But if you don't and you want to search for your emails manually, this will help you improve the battery life. Next, I want to talk about keyboard haptics, because as you may or may not know, your iPhone has the haptic engine, which is the vibration motor inside of your iPhone. And if we go into the settings here and we head on over into the sounds and haptics, you can scroll down and you'll find the keyboard feedback. Now, Apple themselves recommend that you turn off the haptics for the keyboard in order to improve the battery life of your iPhone. Keep in mind, the more you use the haptic engine on your iPhone, the more it will drain the battery life of your device. So turning off haptics for the keyboard can improve the battery life. Now, I also want to talk about the App Store here for a minute. So let's jump into the App Store settings on this iPhone. So let's head on over into apps, and let's go under the App Store settings right here. So under App Store, I always turn off the app downloads, the app updates, the in-app content, and the automatic downloads. This will prevent my apps from automatically updating in the background, and this will also prevent any apps from downloading when I'm out and about, preserving battery life. This is an important one as well. Now keep in mind that this means you will have to go into the App Store manually, I would say once a week, go into your account, refresh, and make sure that you don't have any additional updates. But once you turn this off, this will improve the battery life of your iPhone because it's not constantly downloading updates in the background for your applications. Last but not least, I want to talk about analytics and improvements. Head on over into settings, go under the privacy and security, scroll down, and you'll find right here the analytics and improvements. Now, I recommend you turn everything off in this section here. This helps Apple improve their products, but if you don't want to participate or be a part of that and you would like to improve the battery life of your iPhone, I recommend you turn off all these options for the analytics and improvements. And there you guys have it. These are going to be some of the settings and options you can turn off on your iPhone, and you can gain battery life and improve the battery life of your iPhone by a good 30 minutes to, in some cases, even an hour without turning off important features on your device. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.